Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly. Ooh, cheers. New one.
I'm getting creative with them, aren't I?
What are you going after?
Just a weekly word cheers this week. All the things.
Is Cheers
Get excited.
Is Cheers the greatest theme song of all time?
The theme song to the series Cheers?
Yep.
Well, I don't know, but I think the word cheers is possibly in the rotating top 5 words of all time.
Probably.
What do you reckon?
Yep.
Weekly Word episode 135. We back in this bitch, Big Neve. Did you know, a little bit of fun fact for you, back when I used to ball out, back when I used to be a baller, shot caller, taller, my
20
basketball...
blades on the Impala?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My basketball playing numbers were 13 and 35. And today's episode is number 135.
Well, there you go.
13 and 35. Fuck, it's going to be a good episode.
The first 3 odd numbers of the numerical alphabet.
Well, odd and prime as well. Fuck, so many. I feel like the planet's fucking alive.
They are.
Topics of discussion. Neve.
So we got back in stock, new products coming soon, MJHQ warehouse sale, Brisbane Fitness Expo, and Ask Neve.
And we have a shitload of Ask Neves this week. You know what? Be careful what you wish for, because last week we had like 5 questions, and this week we're like, send in your Ask Neves, and now we've got a whole shitload of questions. Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word for you guys this week. Let's get straight into it. First topic of discussion, Neve.
New products. No, back in stock. And your haircut that you got fresh yesterday.
Fresh.
Didn't worry about asking me to come. You and Josh fucking sailed off.
FTD, Neve.
You and Josh sailed off into the sunset yesterday.
I actually went to Rob this week, and I said, Rob, because usually what he does in winter, he leaves it a little bit looser on the sides to keep my head warm. But I said, Rob, man, I got the Brisbane Fitness Expo this weekend. It's the first time we're doing this expo. I need my shit FTD.
Yep.
Fresh.
Yep.
I said, just make it as fresh. And fucking look at this shit, man. I don't know if you guys reckon. Look at that. Look how tight that fade is. Look at it.
No, I don't think you go skin.
No. Skin doesn't. So it's got a fade.
No, it's
it also actually will look like a penis on my head.
Yeah.
which should not be good. I'd be a true dickhead then.
Very vascular.
First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock.
Hit 'em, baby.
So Rule 1 everything, all the flavors of R1, which is probably our best-selling protein, I'd say top 3 best-selling proteins.
The blend or the isolate?
Isolate.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All flavors, all sizes, all products, all variations. Everything Rule 1 is currently in stock.
Prana ON everything. What's Prana ON? What's ON?
The vegan Prana ON. Oh. The vegan stuff, all the vegans back in stock in everything.
Ghost Legend all flavors?
I was having a question. I'm not going to go there.
What is it?
I was having a discussion with Boss Josh about vegan protein, plant-based protein.
Yeah.
I was having a discussion with him last night after training. We came back here post-workout to have our shakes, and I had I can't mention it but I had an MTS Whey flavor, a new one, and it was delicious. And I offered some to him. He's like, no, I'm plant-based. I'm like, how long do you think this plant-based thing is going to last for?
He is my favorite natty vegan bodybuilder.
I feel like what needs to happen is like you need to lose all your gains. And then you'll realize.
But I'm using Prana plant-based protein.
Yeah, but you're not plant-based like completely.
I just don't have dairy.
You know what I'm saying?
I've just cut dairy out.
Yeah.
You've had the aftermath of me and dairy gut.
Look, at risk of alienating and stereotyping vegans watching this episode right now, let's push on. Or we can have a drinks break.
Ghost Legend, all flavors.
Ghost Legend back in stock in all flavors. By the time this episode goes live, they're probably sold out, to be honest, because they sell that damn quick. And
Did the new Christian Guzman flavor go online? Or what are we doing with that?
Don't even mention it. It's not even worth mentioning.
We got 12 flavors.
It's not 12 flavors.
12 units of the Christian Guzman flavor.
No, we got 8.
We got 12.
No, 8.
Oh, 12.
Dude, I fucking went and had a count in the warehouse.
So Josh stole 4.
Well, he might have, but there's 8 here. It's pathetic.
Well, they sent us 12, I think.
Anyway.
They told me they had 12 for us.
Yeah.
Staunch Koala Freak, all flavors.
Yep, all flavors of the very highly popular, high-stimulant pre-workout Koala Freak from Callum Von Mergen Staunch, back in stock.
MTS Whey, 13 flavors.
13 flavors.
Back in stock.
Do you want to try a list them all?
No.
I wouldn't. 13 flavours, MTS Way back in stock. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Staunch Koala Freak, new products.
New products.
Staunch Koala Freak Aussie Apple.
Yeah, the new flavour, which is, I did a snap about this the other day, Boss Josh and I said, what makes this apple Aussie? And he said, I don't know, but I think it's like Granny Smith apple.
Yeah.
Which I still don't know what makes it Aussie.
Yeah, but Callum goes for the Aussie.
There's nothing particularly Aussie about apples, though.
Well, there's Granny Smith.
Yeah, but that's not really Aussie. It's still, Anyway, fuck it. It's called Aussie Apple. It's apple flavoured Koala Freak, and it's in stock.
Mm-hmm. MTS Way 2-pound mint cookies and cream.
Yes, a new flavour addition to the 2-pound size of MTS Way. The mint, actually. Mint cookies and cream, now available in 2 pounds, as well as the 5-pound tubs.
TMJ Apparel Active Sports Bras.
And now this is where it starts to heat up, Big Neve. The first of our new range of women's sports bras is live. The Active is what it's called. The Active sports bras, as well as
the TMJ Apparel Sculpt Scrunch Bum, the 7/8 tights.
All 4 colours in both the Active sports bras and the all-new, what we're calling Sculpt 7/8 tights, which are actually Sculpt Scrunch Bum 7/8 tights. Available in what 4 colours, Neve?
Black, charcoal, marl, burgundy, and green.
And I think at this point, we just need to put the launch clip in. Dylan, go ahead and cut that shit in right now.
I'll be your alibi.
Absolute fire. I tell you what, obviously I'm not going to wear this apparel, but I'm fucking excited about this apparel.
Definitely took a step up.
This is like, we've gone next level with the women's apparel right now. And for all the pussycats watching, as a matter of fact, the bras, so this is the first of 3. There's also another 2 coming that we'll tell you guys about in a second. Super, super supportive. And one of the questions we've been getting is, do they have padding in the bras? Yes, they do, and it's removable, so you can take it in or out depending on, if you want more or less support. The tights do have pockets, so that's one thing you couldn't get out of that clip, but they do have pockets on both sides at the upper thigh level, so you can put like a phone or whatever the fuck you want to put in there. And they are 100% squat proof as tested by Asher and Leah. 100% across all of the flavors, squat proof, so they don't go see-through. They're thick. They're they're fuck.
Have you tried it on?
No, I haven't. Well, Ash has tried it on. And
but have you?
No, I'm not going to try the fucking tights on.
Mate, what you doing in the privacy of your own home?
I do train in tights, but I train in men's tights.
No, I tried them on, mate.
Did you?
No, try them.
I thought you said you tried them on. I reckon you did, eh? What'd you think?
No, they were. I wonder if they fit. Anyway,
the new Active Sports Bras and Sculpt Scrunch Bum Tights are live and absolutely flying.
TMJ Apparel A-frame hats, new colours.
Yeah, well, you got.
So black on olive, which I'm wearing now, as you can see.
Yep.
Red on red.
Yep.
Which is probably my favourite.
Yep.
And then maroon on maroon. Or burgundy on burgundy, whatever.
And fucking, if the women's apparel is fire, I mean, these are our super, super popular A-frame snapback designs. So the A-frame with the snapback, with the flex fit TMJ on the inside, and we've gone with this next release and gone one step further. You guys catch that shit? Can you get some zoom and focus? See that? So we've got the little TMJ performance tag on the back of...
And the crown wings on the side, to show that?
Yeah, but the crown wings on the side is like always been there. Zoom and focus.
Well, so is the TMJ on the inside, mate.
No, I'm not getting no zoom and focus on that one. Anyway, maroon on maroon, and yours has got a black on olive little tag on the back, right near the bit where you snap the
snap it back.
Where you snap it back together. Fuck. Add them to your collection. 6 colours now. In the
6, yeah.
6.
Core Grow V2.
Yes! Two flavors.
Peanut butter pie
Yep.
and chocolate bliss.
So this is the new improved Core Grow V2. Same formula, but much, much better taste. And that was the one thing that a lot of people complained with the first Core Grow. They were like, fuck, amazing gainer, best gainer on paper on the market, but just doesn't taste that good.
Yeah.
Now the new flavors have fixed that and they taste fucking amazing. Peanut butter pie. Mm-hmm. Whew, I didn't even know that was a thing until now.
Well, I really didn't. I've
Delicious.
had apple pie, but
No,
whatever
it's
Doug
like
wants,
apple
great.
pie, but you take the apple out and you put the peanut butter in.
MTS £5 ice cream sandwich.
Fuck, this is the big one, guys. This is the bee's knees right here. Thoughts on the flavor?
Haven't had it.
You haven't tried it yet.
I'm dairy free.
Did you
mate.
miss out
I'm
on
dairy
the
free.
tasting?
No one invited me.
Oh man, literally tastes like liquid Maxibon. Like it literally tastes like, I don't know how Mark's done it with this one, but it tastes like it's not vanilla, it's actual vanilla ice cream.
Thick.
With, well, it depends what concentration you make it up with that biscuity, like it literally tastes like liquid Maxibon. It's fucking amazing, man.
Expensive formula.
Expensive formula? What do you mean?
If you're crushing up Maxi Bonds and putting it in there.
No, but they're not actually crushing up Maxibons, it's just the flavor.
Well, you would have thought it if you tasted
But
it.
fuck, dude, like, that good. I think, I mean, you know, if I had to go, like, rotating top 3 MTS Way flavors of all time, I would now go peanut butter cookies and cream, ice cream sandwich, or ice cream sandwich, depending on how you want it.
You're talking for too long. Hurry up.
And Tim Tam.
Yep.
Would be the top 3. Like ice cream sandwich straight into the rotating top 3. On any given day, it could be number 1. That's what rotating means. It means change.
All right, you're really rambling right now.
Next topic of discussion.
Coming soon.
All right, hit him, man.
Inspired BCAA. So
You can rapid fire these.
Makers of Devastate. Well, thanks, because you've just spoken for 12 minutes about
Yeah,
Maxi Bon and fucking.
Because it's that good, bro. I could speak for half
All
an
right,
hour.
so-
In fact, fucking episode 4 of the Massive Joe Show, we're just talking about
Yeah,
MTS
you can
Way
just
ice,
fucking-
ice cream sandwich
Yep.
for an hour.
It'd just be Joe balls deep in a tub. All right.
Just record it.
Inspired BCAA.
Yep.
So for the makers of Devastate.
Yep.
Accent Stage, the entire line.
Yep.
So pre, intra, carbohydrate. I don't know, whatever. If Dennis sends us anything, we'll get something. Team J Apparel Motion Sports Bras.
Yes, so these are the next
ones?
2 releases of the women's sports bras.
So Motion and Iconic Sports Bras.
Boom.
Team J Apparel Anti-Cardio Club Tees, black on grey.
Yes, they should be here at the start of August, so like 3 weeks away now. And a restock of the OGs, the white on black.
White on black. And De Novo Utopia.
Oh, couple of weeks. Is it a couple of weeks? You'd be more in tune with the ETA than I would on that one.
Whenever they give me dimensions for this shipment,
Yeah.
it'll be picked up.
Or say they give them to you like today.
It'll be here end of next week.
It'll be here like less than 2 weeks.
End of next week, it'll be here.
Fuck, in what flavours? Strawberry kiwi and
I don't know, what is it?
blue raspberry.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
New one with the added vitamin C. Fuck. So excited.
For when you get that sniffly nose.
Yeah. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
MJHQ warehouse sale.
All right, hit him with the deets, man.
So July 28th. So we had the similar one for our grand opening last year, but
Yes.
it's going to be an annual event.
We're making it an annual event.
So we've got the Scratch and Dent sub sale, discontinued apparel, NBA shoot around. Jake Watson will be here with Massage, who just Seth sees, and I see when he decides to stick around and
Long enough.
fix me.
To work on the gorilla.
Robbie's Chop Shop. So Robbie should be here. Robbie just has to let me know. But
Robbie's going to be here.
he should be
He
here.
needs to keep this shit fresh.
Yeah. Towel Takeover, sample show bags, TMJ ADLTs for every purchase over $100.
Yep.
Sausage sizzle.
Yep.
If you love Bunnings, you'll love this sausage sizzle.
Yep.
There's extra love in this sausage.
Yep.
Sup sampling and muscle tea station.
Yeah. It's going to be one hell of an event. It's July 28th. It's a Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then actually, if you got to mention, after an open come and train next door is Art Fitness, man.
I won't be there, but
Why not?
I have to go home and get changed.
What the fuck? Just bring your shit here, mate.
We have a party off.
We have facilities here at MJHQ. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a fucking full bathroom up in
Where's
this
the
bitch.
shower?
Actually, there is no shower here. Yeah, that's a good point. We could shower Zap next door.
True. Oh, fucking old.
I think you need to organise your shit. I think people are going to want to train with a big knee.
Fucking free workout at Zap, free bicep workout. It comes with a fucking free tinea afterwards.
Free what, sorry?
Tinea. You know, your foot fungus. Like the disease.
Oh, because you
tinea.
shout. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fuck
You
shouting.
could bring thongs if you're going to get full
fuck.
fucking tiniophobic on there. Anyway, July 28, lock it down if you're in the ADL. Or if you're not in the ADL and you want to fly down to the ADL for it. I mean, it's fucking once a year opportunity. The warehouse sales always go off. I'm excited for the shoot around. I'm a school some motherfuckers on our NBA half court in the
Tiger Air
warehouse.
website. Tiger got some cheap flights at the moment, and what
Yeah.
you save on subs and apparel, you probably make up for in.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Because we do like stupid, like the scratch and dent apparel, sup and discontinued apparel is like you're picking up like full size tubs of sups for like $10.
Yeah.
And like apparel for like it's ridiculous. Those of you who came last year would know. Like I think people were surprised last year. They're expecting like 25% off, buy one get one, like our typical specials. And this is like fucking 90% off.
We're gonna do 5.
It's like we just want to get rid of shit. We have a lot of shit that accumulates over a 12-month period. We want to get rid of it, and that's what's up.
I've heard there'll be 5 pieces of apparel for $50.
Something like that.
I made that up then.
Just like
But
stupid.
It's gonna happen.
Just
It's gonna
stupid.
happen. It'll be on a poster. I'll make it there. I'll write it on the wall.
Next topic of discussion.
Brisbane Fitness Expo.
Nah, hit him. It's this weekend, man. We actually fly out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, tomorrow the 13th. So the 14th and the 15th of July, which is this Saturday and Sunday, will be the Brisbane Fitness Expo. So we'll have the specials. It'll be you, me, Swole, and Josh. They're both days. Come say hey. Come get some specials.
Yeah. Booth F13 is where it's at.
Yeah.
We're bringing the TMJ Euro booth across. We're going to have a really, really good supplement special.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mix and match type special across everything we bring. We're not going to tell you guys. It's going to be exclusive to the show, so we don't want to piss off those of you who aren't going to be at the show. If you're at the show, come to the booth F13 and check it out. And a really good apparel special as well. And the new A-frames.
Be the first time you can get them.
It'll be the first time you can get them. The new women's apparel and the yet to be released Motion and Iconic sports bras will be available as well. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good weekend, and we're gonna be training every night, and it's open. Fucking come and train. If you guys are more the merrier.
Yeah.
Come make some fucking gains.
Where are we gonna be training? Do you know?
Well, I'm not 100% sure.
Why don't you Brisbane?
If it's close, I'm not really too sure. I'm not really
14-minute
100%
drive
on
from
the.
the CBD.
Oh, you've already done it.
14 minutes from the CBD.
Well, we can Uber that shit. Uber XL.
You got a cold.
Yeah, you got a cold. Don't be infecting me with that shit over the weekend. Fucking Brisbane Fitness Expo. Fuck. Got anything else you need to add about that? Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask Neve.
14 questions for Ask Neve this week. Neve, you might have to rapid fire some of these, my man.
Feels a bit like Instagram story with a new question.
Yeah, with the new question. I haven't done that yet because I'm worried. I'll literally spend the whole day getting back to questions.
Yeah, it's
So
not
I'm
good. So you have
just
to
gonna,
pick and
just
choose
gonna,
after a while.
just gonna
Because
pump-
the issue is
pump the
with the
brakes on
Instagram
me.
thing
Yeah.
is people, because it's the first slide, like ask a question,
Yeah.
people don't go through and see what the other questions are before they ask you a question. So you end up answering the same question over and over.
Yeah.
So you can be very selective in the end. But
Fight 2913. Hey guys, it's Richie from North Carolina in the US of A. Dillip, throw it up on a map. Bit of geography lesson for the viewers at home. I'm 41 this year and I just started taking core test. 125 milligrams of Laxogen, and fuck, that's a lot of Laxo. And MTS Tyrant over core hard because of a sale. I'm also taking pre-caged, in-caged, and re-caged. What is your opinion of this stack for muscle growth? And what should I ask my doctor for to check test/cortisol levels and deficiencies? Stay massive.
yeah, it's a good stack. Obviously a very good hormone stack.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously your pre-caged, in-caged, and re-caged, and you got your pre-interim post there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a good stack.
Yeah. Good stack.
I mean, that's really just what you ask your doctor is just for your tests and cortisol levels. I mean, do you ask for anything in particular, do?
No,
That's
you can
pretty
ask your
much
doctor for whatever the fuck you want to have
That's
tested.
what I ask for, is just my test levels pretty
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah. No, you've nailed it, Richie. Killing it. Tony Heron. Hey, guys. Tony coming at you from the ADL here in Adelaide, Australia. You've come through for us again and again, and your new loyalty program upgrade is no exception. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate that, man. Love your work. I'm approximately 3 to 4 months out from coming off a 9-month steady, consistent body fat loss training program. Started with a 96 kilo dad bod and now sporting a leaner 85 kilo rig. My question to you guys today is this. I'm switching up and starting my lean muscle gain / slight caloric surplus journey. How would you suggest I tackle training each muscle group twice a week? I'm thinking push-pull legs. Thoughts?
Yeah, well, if you're going to be hitting everything twice a week, that's really the only thing you can do.
That's it. Yeah, nothing. You can't do a bro split and hit everything twice a week unless you're going to train twice a day.
Yeah, I mean,
which we're going to assume that you're not.
The thing is, Tony, is that there's just because you're hitting everything twice a week doesn't mean that that's going to be the best thing for a lean muscle gain.
Lean muscle gain. You're back in caloric surplus.
I mean, it's not good. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the best thing to do. It could be like there's no such training program. That's one of the biggest faults that people do and biggest errors that people make is when they're looking at like a fat loss program.
Yeah.
They'll do lighter weight with high reps.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
Burn more calories.
I think in a muscle gain stack or a weight gain stack, you need to do higher weights with lower reps.
Yeah.
And it's a big misconception, and that's another thing is, I mean, yeah, just don't, if it's been working for you and you're putting on muscle and stuff with the split you've been doing, I mean, don't be afraid to stick with what you've been doing. Just look at changing your calories up and increasing a few more calories.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably what I'd look at doing is, yeah, I mean, push-pull legs twice a week would be fine, but don't throw out what's been working for you.
Exactly. My training doesn't change from off-season to pre-contest. I train exactly the fucking same year-round.
My training hasn't changed for 2 years now with push-pull legs.
Well, if we're talking years, my training hasn't changed for fucking 5 years.
Exactly right.
6 years, even longer.
Joe's been on that.
We're training the exact same
Sometimes
way.
he might swap around. Sometimes Joe might swap around chest and shoulders.
The day I do exercises, but the training style is the same.
That's everything that's changed.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Joe might for a block of 12 weeks, you might hit chest on a Monday, and for the next 12, you might hit back on a Monday. And that's the thing. You've been hitting the same thing, so don't think that just because you're now shifting towards muscle gain that you need to go change everything up.
Exactly.
Just look at changing your total calories.
Exactly. Matthew Mahoney. Hey guys, Matt from Chicago, Illinois, US of A. Long-time subscriber, first time asking a question. Welcome, Matt. We appreciate you, Matt. I don't know if you guys are aware of an ex-bodybuilder by the name of Seth Feroshi, but he's been blowing up on YouTube as of late. Anyway, he claims that stimulants and pre-workouts are hindering your gains because they restrict blood flow, therefore restricting nutrient delivery, therefore restricting gains. This is interesting considering his new pre-workout is stimulant-based. My question is, do you think he is onto something or is this complete bullshit? Also, if he is onto something, can this be negated by simply taking a vasodilator? Thanks, guys, and stay massive.
I mean, yeah, caffeine does work as a vasoconstrictor to some effect.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's not something that he's just realised.
Yeah.
It's been around for ages.
Yeah.
But I mean, that sort of thing. There are vasodilators, there are nutrient, nitric oxide boosters, all those kind of things. So, I mean, there's things to get around it. I personally wouldn't be worried about not having caffeine because you're worried about the 2% effect it might have on your blood flow.
Yeah, I mean...
To be honest, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to break this down, Matt, there's a couple of different levels to this that we need to kind of dig down into or unpeel. So stimulants and pre-works are hindering your gains because they restrict blood flow. Stimulants act as vasoconstrictors, which can be offset by taking vasodilators like pump supplements or like ingredients that typically are found in pre-workouts that contain stimulants anyway. So you're offsetting any vasoconstricting effect by the vasodilating effect of things like citrulline malate, agmatine, whatever the fuck pump ingredients are in your product. Then to go and take that another level, is that going to hinder your gains? No, it's going to, worst case scenarios, it's going to restrict blood flow, which is going to restrict nutrient delivery, which is one very small piece of the puzzle when it comes to making gains. The biggest piece of which is, are you in caloric surplus, yes or no?
Yeah.
That's what ultimately is going to hinder or determine the gains that you're going to make. It's not complete bullshit. You've said, is this complete bullshit or is he onto something? I mean, he's definitely onto something, but it's not new. It's been around fucking forever. But it's not complete bullshit because there is some truth in it as well.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Just to unpack that a little bit. J4YL1L. It's Jalil from the ADL. What's happening, you very big boys? Imagine that you could only do one exercise for each muscle group. What would those exercises be and why? That's like 7 questions in one, Jalil. Come on, man. Pick a muscle group. Just pick one. Doesn't matter. Just go.
Back.
Back?
Chin-ups.
If you could pick one exercise, what would it be? You do chin-ups. I do neutral close grip cable rows.
Oh, that's another good one. That would have been second.
Boom. That's actually, isn't that an interesting question from Jalil? Because that's actually in our staff profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when those go live, Jalil, you'll actually get that question answered by every single member of Team MassiveJoes for every single muscle group. Spencer Thomas. Hey, fellas. Spencer Thomas from Llanelli, South Wales in the UK. I basically eat chicken on every meal of the day apart from breakfast. I've asked this question to many advanced lifters, but they cannot give me the answer. Will my body get used to what I consume on a daily basis, which then in return show no changes in my body composition? Like if you don't change your training routine now and again, your body will adapt. Does this apply to nutrition also? Thanks for the tips you give. You guys are amazing.
No.
No. It doesn't. It doesn't. Your body doesn't. I mean, so the main thing that you're talking about here, Spencer, when you're talking about training and your body getting used to certain stimulus, is you're talking about progressive overload. You need to be progressively overloading in order for your body to change and adapt, or else it's going to change and adapt to a certain point and not adapt any further because there's no reason to. There's no progressive overload. The same thing doesn't happen with nutrition, and the best example of this is the stupid rates of obesity. I mean, if our bodies adapted to the amount of food that people stuff in their fucking mouths that make them fat, we wouldn't get obese because our bodies would adapt and we'd stop putting on weight, and vice versa in the other direction. So no, it doesn't apply to nutrition at all.
You come down to calories in versus calories out.
And nutrition, in fact, consistency is the most important thing. So the fact that you're eating the same meals and even the same source of protein day in, day out is beneficial, I would say.
I mean, the only thing that you'd probably look at doing is obviously changing up that protein source. I mean, I'd do it for...
Yeah, but you don't need to.
You don't need to, but I'd do it for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, like red meat, just for the extra iron, fish for your omegas if you're not supplementing with those kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you're not talking about... you just said fucking change up your protein source, and then you haven't even talked about protein.
I have.
Well, if you go from chicken to beef, what's going to change is the naturally occurring amino acid profile between the two. Yeah. Or if you go from chicken to whey, or from chicken to fish, or from meat to fucking plant-based protein, that's what's going to change.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you have the same amount, like say protein source, the same equivalent amounts of protein.
Yeah.
So if you're having like 20 grams of
Yeah. You're gonna get other benefits in there.
Just the same as if you're eating just broccoli every single meal. I'm talking about those
micronutrients, phytonutrients, minerals, vitamins, all that
shit.
Is
you just want to make sure that if you're not eating the same food day in day out, you want to be making sure that you don't have any deficiencies in anything.
But his actual question is.
No, your body won't adapt.
Will your body get used to what I consume on a daily basis and then not show changes in body composition? The answer to that question is no. Consistency is key.
And I'm going one step further and saying I would only be worried about deficiencies in certain vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, macronutrients, etc.
Tim Stewart, Big Neve. Tim from Victoria. I'm going to say Melbourne. Let's go Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. I've recently started back at the gym after almost a year hiatus. I'm 92 kilo, 175 centimeters, and I've been dieting for 2 months on 1,800 calories.
What does your wife eat?
Fuck. What do you have for lunch? I think
my right arse cheek ate 1,800 calories for breakfast.
I think you had 1,800 calories before I got to the office this morning. Fuck. For the first month, I lost an average of 500 grams per week, then hit a wall. I haven't lost anything for a month now. In fact, I've gained a kilo. The only thing that changed at week 5 was that I added weight training 5 days a week, although I can notice my muscles growing and my lifts are going up each week. Is it possible the muscle gain is pushing my weight up, even though I'm now at a higher deficit with extra training? Thanks as always, fellas. Tim.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as we both made aware, your calories are just way too low, especially for someone who's 92 kilograms.
Yeah.
The other issue is if you go back and watch Joe's videos that he did, what were those series called?
Give me a little bit more information.
Like where you talk about dieting and reverse dieting and how you throw in different ways of fat loss and you slowly drop calories and increase like
raw cut, director's cut.
Yeah, one of those raw cut.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Joe's videos about his comp prep.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe will speak in more detail about those kind of things. But the thing is if you're already starting on 1,800 calories at 92 kilograms, you've got nowhere to go, as you said, once your weight loss halts or stops. I mean, where do you go from there? Do you drop down to 1,600 calories, drop down to 14, down to 1,200? Yeah. You've already said that you're doing cardio, now you're doing weight training. What happens once that stops again? You got to chuck in another half hour of cardio. You got to chuck in. Yeah. You've started yourself too low.
The problem you've jumped straight into here, Tim. There's two parts. The first problem is you've jumped way too far into caloric deficit straight away. The second thing is you're too focused on short-term numbers. And what I mean by that is you're too focused on weight loss and you're too focused on how low your caloric intake is. You've taken a year off. Now, I don't know what your body composition is, but 175 centimeters and 92 kilos is like heavy. For a 175 centimeter guy, 92 kilos is rather heavy. But, I mean, you've taken a year off. So if you've taken a year off and you're going back into weight training, depending on how long you trained for in the past, so on and so forth, there's going to be some muscle memory there. And you are going to put muscle mass back on, no doubt, which is definitely going to offset any weight loss, fat loss that you may experience. So focusing on those numbers in the short term after a year off is very difficult because that's going on in the background is you're actually achieving change in body composition, which may not be reflected on the scale. And I suspect that's what's happening is even though you're in caloric deficit, you are getting these kind of newbie gains because you took so much fucking time off that you are actually building a lot of that muscle back through muscle memory, even though you're in caloric deficit, which is why you were able to achieve weight loss very early on and then it's kind of stalled and now you're putting weight back on.
Yeah, that was almost the thing. Because you've had such a long time off, you could have probably just hopped straight back into weight training and lost weight.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables going on here.
Without needing to have already dropped your calories, you probably could have. If you're going from a point of not doing anything to going and training and doing cardio, you would have lost weight anyway without having to drop back to straight away 1,800 calories. Yeah. If anything, you should have found out what's your. Even if you're eating, all right, let's just say you're eating crap, but let's just say you're eating bacon and eggs for breakfast, you're eating a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch, and you're eating steak and broccoli for dinner. Yeah. Let's just say that's your diet. Yeah. You could have put that into MyFitnessPal, seen what those calories are, then from then on, base a diet around that same amount of calories, and then throwing in the first variable, which is increased weight training, increase output. Yep. From then on, I would have waited 2 or 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, seen what you like. All right, well, my weight loss has started there. All right, now next variable, let's drop the calories, or let's drop like 200 grams down, or 200 calories down. Then from there, then as Joe said, you've started weight training, started cardio.
You've thrown all the tools in your cutting tool bag at the cut right at the start.
Which is why I said go back and watch Joe's Cutting Chronicles and Raw Cut and those kind of things, because Joe goes through all that and shows how things change. Deep. So it's a good series, so go watch that as well. But
yeah. What advice can we give Tim at this point, man?
I mean, I'd slowly look at trying to increase your calories, slowly try to reverse diet out of
it. I would too. I'd worry on, I'd look at increasing your caloric output, which it sounds like you are through training and doing cardio and whatnot, and increase your caloric intake so that, you can still be kind of, I mean, if you're even, the thing is, Tim, because you took so much fucking time off, you can be at maintenance calories and achieve body composition change. You can be, you got to find what your fucking maintenance calories are and consume that.
That's why I said you could have just kept your calories the same as what they've always been.
And just started doing something training.
You would have probably seen a body composition.
Luke Nelson. Hey guys, it's Luke from Rochester, Minnesota in the USA. Any chance at revealing the preliminary dates and locations for TMJ in the USA?
You haven't even said if you're going yet, mate.
I'm not even sure if it's happening this year, man. I'm trying to keep my travel to a fucking minimum.
Scott Casey. What's going on, fellas? I'm writing from Charters Towers, North Queensland, here in Australia. A couple of weeks ago, I took too much red, white, and boom! After work one day and tried to do a deadlift PB. I seem to have done a hernia of the stomach groin. That hurts just reading that. Yeah. Didn't get the lift either. I'm obviously seeking medical advice and an ultrasound from a doctor to find out what treatment I need and how much damage I have done. My question is, have you had any experience with similar injuries in the past? Any words of wisdom? Many thanks.
I'll just say, man, having too much red, white, and boom wasn't the cause of your hernia.
It maybe made him lift more than he was actually capable, the way you can think he was capable of lifting more than he was capable of lifting.
but definitely was not the cause of your hernia.
The cause of your hernia is a weak abdominal wall, firstly, and bad form on your deadlift, secondly.
Yeah.
Really.
I've got a little hernia that I didn't realize I had until I got to low body fat that I probably had for years. But I mean, I always make sure. I mean, I've got a very strong core.
Yeah.
Through squatting and deadlifting over the years, from doing direct ab work, and always wear a belt as well on my heavier lifts. So, I mean, those are things that I do to make sure. I personally haven't actually had a real bad injury. I mean, I can tell I've got a little hernia, but yeah, I haven't had that injury, so I can't really give you any words of wisdom. But I mean, the main thing is listen to what your doctor says.
Yeah, I would agree. I haven't had any personal experience with hernias, touch wood. But that's, I mean, the one thing that I know with hernias is if they're not surgically repaired, they either stay or they get worse.
Yeah.
There's no kind of like, they don't heal themselves, they need to be surgically repaired. But yeah, it's something that you really do need medical advice on pretty quickly as well, man, because like I said, they can get worse pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's Cliff Medlin. Hey guys, Cliff from the ADL here in Australia. New loyalty program is bitchin'. So glad I've been saving those sweet, sweet points, man. The question for you very big boys is, what is your favorite and most hated exercise? Keep the good things coming.
My favorite exercise is anything I get a good pump from.
Yep.
Whatever that may be.
Yep.
Most hated exercise, squats. I think they're pointless.
I'd go, my favorite exercise, and this varies, Cliff, from time to time, but at this point in time, answering this question right now, my favorite exercise is flat dumbbell press for chest. My most hated exercise is incline five-a-side bicep curls, because it fucking burns, it hurts so bad. I'll have to do them tonight too. I'm getting anxious about it.
If I say favorite exercise lately, weighted dips.
Oof.
Biggest bang for buck exercise.
Todd Carruthers, hey guys, Todd Carruthers from Canberra, ACT here in Australia. Hey fellas, just wanted your honest feedback and opinion on ATP products. I know ATP has a huge following with so many people recommending and purchasing these supplements. I'm interested yet skeptical to invest a high amount of dollars into something that may not be worth it. I have listened to their podcasts, however, these are obviously biased and released to inform to buy. Their creams seem to suggest I can choose what areas of body I want to reduce fat from, something I always thought was a myth. Their No Whey protein has all these claims and results from studies on their label. However, there isn't information on who was tested, their training history, their age, what their diet was like prior and during the study, etc., etc. ATP seem to release products with ingredients that have never been introduced by other supplement companies, emphasizing their popularity and uniqueness. I would think the other sup companies would have just as or more qualified naturopath scientists and pharmacists as ATP does, so why haven't they released similar products with similar ingredients? Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. Cheers and stay massive.
I've used ATP for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
Nearly 5 years, and I was an ATP sponsored athlete.
Yeah.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've loved ATP, and I haven't gotten as much health gains or health benefits as I have from using any other product before on the market.
Yeah.
I actually notice a difference when I'm using the products.
Yeah.
I use encapsulated products, so I use multi-food, Quadrax. I mean, stuff like Quadrax, I have a much better and deeper sleep from using Quadrax before bed, especially with how much caffeine I drink during the day. Prime's help with my estrogen. I use Mars all year round, so I don't come off Mars. What else is there? T42. I mean, T42 I don't use as much, just because I forget to use it. But I mean, I've always, so I mean, I'm a massive believer in their products, and I would be honest and say I've been honest before and said that I didn't believe in certain products. Their creams, they're a hit and miss. You use Prototype 8 pretty much most workouts still,
Yeah, I
don't you?
use Prototype 8 year round.
I mean, Subcut doesn't choose where you lose body fat from. The spot reduction isn't something that occurs.
Spot reduction is a myth.
It is
Unless liposuction.
Yeah. But the thing that Subcut does
Just
is
putting it out there.
is Subcut is rubbed onto before training into those stubborn body fat, and it warms up your deep stored brown fat. So they're hard to. If you look at your body fat, because it's so deep, it's very hard to warm up and mobilize, which is what the purpose of Subcut is for. I mean, the protein tastes like shit. I don't like it. It's not a
And
complete.
it's collagen
It's not. Yeah, it's a
protein.
collagen protein, which is another thing. I don't use it. So I mean, in terms of the naturopath, Matt Legg has been around for 30 years as a naturopath.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got a lot of research. A lot of things that I'll say about in terms of like the naturopath about and their ingredients that you said about why they've used ingredients. I mean, they're always using cutting edge ingredients, trying to find the next big thing. I mean, that works two ways because as you've just said, you're skeptical of those ingredients. The thing is when you as the consumer, us as someone who's selling it to you, when we go and look at a pre-workout formula or go look at a testosterone boosting product, we'll have a look at the ingredients. Yes, L-citrulline, 6 grams, or citrulline malate, agmatine, 1 gram, test booster, D-aspartic acid, 3 grams. I mean, they're the things that consumers have come to expect in products. So I believe that a lot of companies go out there and say, all right, these are things we need to have. The consumer knows that a test booster has to have 3 grams of D-aspartic acid. So a lot of times I think that companies are sticking to those basics who aren't willing to do the research and development, such as like your BSNs, ONs, Cellucors, those kind of companies. You get those cutting edge kind of companies like ATP, I'll say is like Doug, a lot of ingredients like in Core Hard and stuff that you wouldn't really have seen in many products before. So companies like that who are willing to go out and put these new products and ingredients in are the companies that, either will work two ways. People like it because they work, they're willing to give it a go, or you've got the other side of you who the customer is skeptical of these ingredients they haven't heard before.
Well done, Neve. Good job. Alan Kim. Hey guys, Alan from TO. What the fuck is TO? 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 Alan from TO?
I don't know. Kiwi Islands.
Where?
No.
No, we'll pick somewhere. You got to tell us.
You're from Toronto.
Alan from the 6th. Can I say the 6th?
Yep.
Alan from the 6th, Toronto, Canada. Being a retail/wholesaler, have you ever had issues or gripes with companies who feel you don't push their brand as much as others or don't give their brand enough social media time? How do you balance those professional issues or relationships? Wow, this is a timely question, isn't it, Neve?
Yeah. I mean, as
Every fucking day.
I mean, as
To be quite blunt, Alan.
yeah. I mean,
The problem with us is we have so much social media reach and influence that everyone wants a piece of it. I mean, if we had like 100 YouTube subscribers and 1,000 Instagram followers, no one would give a fuck.
no.
But everyone gives a fuck.
I mean, it comes
Because we built this fucking this thing.
There's two reasons.
Yeah.
The main one is we like to create working relationships with companies.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
What can you give us in return for us using our social media reach?
Yeah.
If we're going to go to a raw review where Joe's going to give you a glowing review and you're going to get seen by
I never tell anyone they're going to get a glowing
No,
review.
you don't, but you know what I mean.
I'm going to say, I'll do a raw review for you.
Okay, if they get a glowing...
Proceed at your own risk,
Okay,
I say.
If they get a glowing review
Yes.
and sales spike,
Yes.
it doesn't just spike at MassiveJoes, it spikes around the country.
Correct.
So the thing is as well is like customers, what are we going to get in return for those kind of things?
Yeah.
Like how like it doesn't need to be, are you going to give us stuff that we can give back to the consumer?
Yeah.
So do we have free shakers? Do we have free t-shirts? Free, like, I mean, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
You can't just be all, well, you haven't done a post about us. Well, that's cool. Like we can't go do a post about the 50 brands we've got in the warehouse. How can they work?
And then
together?
you know, the other thing as well, Alan, is you know, ultimately I am the gatekeeper for all of the MassiveJoes social media. So everything that goes on our socials, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever it is, still comes through me. And I am really big on making sure that everything we do is adding as much value to you guys as possible, because ultimately the social media piece is about keeping your attention. And if you guys are seeing shit that you don't find valuable, you're going to stop tuning in. So, you know, one of the big things for me is making sure that we're only getting behind products that are actually fucking good, that are actually going to help you guys achieve your health and fitness goals, regardless of if a company throws, you know, stupid dollars at us, and it has happened in the past, to push a product that we all know is shit. we're going to say, yeah, no, that's just not, thanks, but no thanks, but it's not for us.
That is a big thing as well, is a lot of products on the market are shit.
100%.
I mean, we don't generally stock them, and we don't stock them, but the thing is...
no, I mean, we try and stock everything because we don't want to, you know, if your heart is set on a particular product, whether it's shit or not shit, and you're gonna buy that product, we want you to buy it from us because then we have the opportunity to get you in the MassiveJoes funnel of social media and actually educate you on good products, which is ultimately gonna help you reach your health and fitness goals. One thing we're not gonna do is we're not gonna push shit products. We'll stock them to give you the option, but we're not gonna push them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Alan, that's kind of how we deal with it. But it's very complex, and it's caused us many confronting conversations, which we're pretty happy to have. But people get butthurt, man. They fucking do. They really get butthurt. But ultimately, my thing back to them is fucking make good products, work with us, not against us. Don't try and use us. Like let's get a two-way street happening here.
Too many people try and get us to build their brand as well.
Oh fuck!
And it fucking does my lid in.
It does my lid in. What about that message we got the other day?
Yeah.
The fuck, man? Are you serious? I was like, are you actually serious? I read the message. I was like, what the fuck? Come on, man. I wanted to write back, are you serious? That was going to be my one-liner, but I didn't. I bit my tongue. Phil Spencer. What up, fellas? Shout out from Phil Spencer traveling to Marseille in France. This is Phil from the UK. Phil travels a lot. Have you noticed that?
He does.
Phil is always asking questions from different fucking countries. Anyway, Phil in Marseille in France. I have a business question for the big man this week. Well, actually, you weighed in 600 grams heavier than me, so he must be talking about you.
I had a few meals before that.
I've worked for the same company for 20 years now and progressed up to different positions. My current role is traveling to visit and work with suppliers. Well, there you go. That explains why Phil's always traveling. But my role will change in September. My new role is operations manager, and I will manage a team of 20. The majority of them I don't know. So my question is, what is your advice on managing people and getting the best out of a team? What are your golden rules for motivating and building a successful team? As always, restez massive, au revoir. You know, Phil's speaking French too.
Man of many talents.
Man of many talents. Good for you, Phil. First and foremost, congratulations with your change in role, your promotion. Good to see. Big Neve, you as GM of MassiveJoes now, you're responsible directly for the performance of 4 managers.
So I got 4
indirectly for the performance of the better part of 30 people.
In the 4 managers, so I got Josh, obviously Boss Josh
Yes.
in warehouse.
Yep.
Leah in retail.
Yep.
Dilip in
Media, IT.
and JB Swellbait in wholesale. So they're the 4 managers that report to me, and I have the weekly meetings with those KPI meetings, etc., etc.
Yes.
I mean, I think that I'm going to say like 3 things that I think are pivotal is leading from the front. So acting in a way that you would wish them to be performing.
You have to lead by example.
Leading by example.
You can't ask people to do shit that you're not willing to do yourself.
I mean, you can't
Golden rule.
You can't rock up late and leave early.
Yeah.
And then expect them to work 12-hour days.
Yeah.
Or you can't expect them to come in and work on Saturdays and Sundays if you're not coming in.
Correct.
Or if you're not willing to put in the work or the effort and you're getting them to do all the work, or you're passing your work on to them, those kind of things. Leading from the front, leading by example, leading the way you want them to be led.
Yep.
I think another thing is also that's worked well for us around here is the environment and the team morale. I mean, everyone around here, everyone is friends and we joke around. I mean, we know we need to get work done. We know what needs to be done at the end of the day, but there's a positive work environment. I mean, everyone's been into those workplaces where nobody talks to each other, nobody says hello, nobody knows each other's name. I mean, that's a big thing, I think, is just that environment and having that. If people are happy in their environment, they're going to work harder and they're going to be more willing to put in the effort to get the job done. So I think that's another thing. And the third one is I got from my dad, and this one will help you as well, I think, in not knowing the people or not knowing stuff about them. So my dad has been with Coles supermarkets for 42 years now. And he's been store manager, so he has 100 staff. But I mean, the other things and stuff is like learning everyone's name. I mean, that's probably the main thing. If you don't know their names, well, they're not going to feel fucking wanted or
It's
needed.
a team of 20 people, man.
Yeah,
That's,
you can
it's easy.
learn 20 people. But the thing that my dad told me, and it's always stuck by me, is every time you see somebody, ask them 3 questions. So, hey, how are you? Or how are you today? Then from the conversations, you have follow-up questions, but which may be like, hey, how are you? How was your birthday dinner on the weekend? And then it starts the 3rd question. So always, whenever you see everyone, ask 3 questions. One of them is, how are you today? But then have 2 follow-up questions. And then that makes them feel part of the team, makes them feel like they're part of something. I mean, they're probably the main things there's only 3 simple things, but 3
So
things.
really, you're tying it back to, firstly, set up the right environment that's going to allow good team morale. Secondly, lead by example. And thirdly, make people feel valued.
Yeah.
Those are effectively your 3 goals.
I think they're the main 3.
Phil, I'm gonna tell you something. This is going to be probably the most valuable bomb that I've dropped in Weekly Word this year. There is a video on YouTube, a TED Talk, as a matter of fact, that Simon Sinek did a good, probably 10 years ago now, and he called it the Golden Circle. And it's a very good video, and I highly, highly suggest that you check it out. It only goes for like 10, 11 minutes, but it's like, in terms of this kind of stuff, you are going to find it so valuable. But effectively, just to summarize it for you and for the rest of you guys watching who aren't going to check out the video, the Golden Circle is about defining which direction you need to go in order to motivate people, both from an internal team perspective and from an external customer perspective as well. And the circle has 3 layers to it. So if you kind of think of it like an onion, but with a 3-layer onion, and in the inside is the why, and then the next layer out is the what, and then the next layer out is the how. Or actually the how and the what might be the other way around. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. What matters most is that you start on the inside and work your way out, whereas most people start on the outside and work their way in. So the first thing you need to do with your team is you need to define why you're doing what you're doing. So exactly whatever it is that you do, what is your purpose? Why do you do what you do? At MassiveJoes, everyone in the company knows why we do what we do. It's our mission statement. It's our company motto. It's our thing, and that is to improve people's lives through health and fitness. That's what we do. We improve people's lives through health and fitness. We don't. At that point, we're not talking about supplements, apparel, information. This is why we do what we do. We're trying to help you guys improve your life through health and fitness. The how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that through content. We're going to do that through selling supplements. We're going to do that through apparel. We're going to do that through everything that we do on a day-to-day basis to achieve that why. And then the what are we actually going to do? Well, produce the content. We're actually going to set up retail stores and a website to distribute supplements and apparel. We're going to set up a YouTube channel, an Instagram profile, so on and so forth. So if you start with the why and make sure that every single person who works for your team, from the 20 plus people, however fucking many it is, know exactly why you're doing, then you can work outwards from that why and go, okay, how are we going to do it and what does it look like? And I feel like that's a key to really motivating people more than not. Because if you don't know what your why is, I mean, what the fuck are you doing shit for? Like, what's the point of selling the subs?
Yeah.
What's the point of doing the apparel? What's the point of spending fucking an hour and a half every week shooting this video?
Do you think that works for every workplace though?
100%.
What about like jewelry stores?
100%. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Why are they doing that? Why are they doing jewelry stores?
Well, I don't know. I don't work in a jewelry store. But it's a good example. Like if you worked in a jewelry store, okay, why are we doing what we're doing? Okay, well, you know, we're going to specialize in engagement rings. The purpose of specializing in engagement rings, you know, what does that why look like? Well, it's about getting people to meet each other and fall in love and, you know, be able to start families. And I don't fucking know.
I think the lucky thing... Well,
but you have to define that why.
I think the lucky thing, well not lucky, but the good thing here at MassiveJoes is that everyone has the same interests, being health and fitness.
Yeah.
A lot of stores where people are working is just a source of income for them. And they don't necessarily like their job.
And that's why they're not motivated to do anything.
Exactly, which is what I'm saying.
But this is the whole point of Phil's question.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good for us because people generally are motivated and interested and with
and they know why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Because we know why we do what we do. Like if I didn't have that and communicate that to you guys and the whole team, you'd just be working at a supplement store, or you know, just be working in a supplement company. There'd be no purpose for it. But because everyone realizes the actual overarching why of what we're doing, and you see it come back because every fucking day we get messages through different social media platforms about people telling us how they've lost 50 kilos in the last 12 months and it's completely transformed their life and they've got more energy and time more energy to fucking go out and play with their kids, or they met the love of their life at the gym or whatever the fuck it was. Like literally you guys see it come back and you understand, and I share it with the team in our chats as well. Yeah. Because it's important for you guys to know this is why we're doing what we're doing and here's the proof that it's actually working. Yeah. And it's a big motivator. Good question, Phil. Buff Bobcat Pierre, my good man. Hey guys, Pierre here from Chester in the UK. Just back from South Africa for work and wondered how you cope with those airplane seats. At 5'9" and just 180 pounds, I struggle to even sit there comfortably nowadays, being very big boys. Do you have any tips on long haul flights for me? I've got a bunch more before the year's out, and the thought of neck and lower back pain again is already putting me off. Thanks as always, be more buff, Pierre. I got 2 words for you, Pierre. Exit rows.
2 things I always do.
100%.
Exit rows.
Or business class.
I always go.
I don't fly business, I fly exit. I can't justify spending fucking $5,000 on a flight.
I've got 3 golden rules, all 2 words.
Yeah.
Exit row.
Yep.
Stand up.
Yep.
Aisle seat.
Ooh, we got on the aisle.
I always go the aisle because then I can fucking
like the window.
No, I fucking hate because you got your fucking wall there.
But the problem with the aisle though is when they come through with those fucking
it's not
carts.
very often though.
And you're like, and what if you're sleeping and you're like sleeping like this, and they come through with the carts.
Well, I'd rather be.
They don't give a fuck either.
Well, I'd rather be woken up once.
They always say, you know what pisses me off? They always say sorry after the fact, but they know it's coming. Like they can see your arm hanging off the fucking, and they're behind the cart, and I swear they like speed up a little bit, and then and then they're like, oh, sorry.
The middle seat you're always sitting like this.
Sorry.
The middle seat you're always sitting like crap.
Middle seats are fucked. Yeah, definitely stay away from the middle seat.
The window's alright, but then you got the fucking window on you. But with the aisle seat, at least I can fucking like hang over a little bit.
Yeah. But definitely exit rows, Pierre.
And stand up. Keep standing up. Fucking the worst thing is you lower back and you fucking ass goes to sleep. And
or if you can get your head around paying the amount that the airplane fucking companies charge, excessive amount for business class or premium economy or whatever the fuck it is, and you get a little bit more room, that would be an option as well.
And try and sit next to the smallest person.
Yeah, remember that time to the US?
Oh fuck, that big popper.
That was funny as shit.
When you sat next to dude, he would have been 150 kilos.
He was a monster.
He was a big boy.
He was a fucking monster.
That was an uncomfortable. Shit. I don't know what was worse, sitting next to him or the 2 girls behind us the whole way to America.
Last question, of course, is going to Dr. Barney Ong. Taking some time out of his busy weekly schedule, saving lives, to post this question. Big boys, after months of thinking about it, I'm close to giving F45 a go. My question is, prior to your F45 sessions, do you take a pre-workout or a fat burner? And do you have enough time within the session to sip on BCAAs? Thanks, fellas.
I always take a pre-workout. Sorry, I always use a fat burner.
I was going to say, yeah.
I always use a fat burner because I see it as my HIIT training.
It's definitely cardio.
So I use that, a fat burner.
You're making no gains doing F45, Barney.
No.
Zero gains.
The weights aren't heavy enough. So yeah, definitely a fat burner. And most sessions there's 2 to 3 drink breaks, or at least 1 drink break. But you can, I mean, because you've got like a 25-second rest between the stages or a 15-second rest, you can generally just walk to the back of the room, and I mean they're not fucking going to yell at you for walking and grabbing a drink.
Yeah, and you can start and stop when you want.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing with F45. There's no accountability. So if you want to sit and exercise out to sip on your BCAAs, punish, you can fucking sip on your BCAAs, man.
I do that quite often. Half the sessions probably sipping on my BCAAs. So.
Yeah, there you go. Big Neve! Do you have anything else you'd like to add before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button?
But I'm pointing at it anyway.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC, so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Do you like that?
I did.
Kind of went like.
Kind of a bit singing.
You call me Drake.
I would never call you Drake.
Where are we coming to from, Neve?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive. Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.